Alright, so what's nice that I found out, you'll notice I'm going to use a lot of these shop towels. What I saw on the other side was they have these really cool crown nut cotter pins. It's not a cotter pin, it's actually a piece that comes off of the back of the washer behind the crown nut. Basically acts as a cotter pin. I'm going to wipe some of this away. Pretty interesting, I've never seen it before. You see I'm already almost through this this shop towel. Like I said, I could put another seal on here, call it good, but I don't know, you know, that back seal too, who knows where this water is coming from. Just replace it. Alright, I don't either recommend ones that are ever got grease on their hands. A lot of this stuff, if used a lot, could cause cancer. I used to do work on a Bradley tank over in Fort Hood, and we used this stuff called LSAT, and it was a white lithium grease we used for the gun, and if you get it on your hands, it says on the bottle could cause cancer. And I would just assume a lot of this other lithium based oils, grease, whatever, can cause cancer too. So not even looking at the bottle. So I can see it now, and I'll show you in a second. I'm going to bend it up, wipe my hands off before I mess with the camera. Alright, as you can see, it's got a little tab here, and it's also got a tab that's actually locking the crown nut on. As you can see, I'm bending it out. It's not even a cotter pin. It's just a flat cut out piece. And now you can see all I gotta do is bend those two little pieces out the way so that that crown nut could turn. And it's not like on tight either. It don't need to be on tight. Some of these I would expect to be the same as other trailers. They don't need to be on tight. As long as that crown nut gets on there and it's somewhat snug, I'll call it good. I'm going to set you back up over here. Both hands with this. This one's giving me a little more trouble than the other one was. The other one just turned by hand and it was off. This one not so much. There we go, a little better, but it's still kind of getting in the way. I can tell it's this straight one. edit and cut some of this out because it's taking a while. Alright, so I'm kind of use the needle nose to get in the crown nut and turn it. Alright, got my crown nut. I'm just going to kind of lay my small parts over there for now. And you'll see what I'm talking about, this Alright, so this is what that washer looks like. So those two little teeth, they look kind of like buck teeth, go through the crown nut, bend through the little notches in the crown nut, and lock it in place. I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of got a flat piece right here, just like the inner washer I'm about to take out right now. So it goes crown nut, this lock, flat washer with no lock. It's identical, but one's got the buck teeth on it. Set those aside. I'm going to wipe those down later. And this whole spindle is going to come out. Okay. As you can see, I got this in HD, so it should show fairly nicely. Lay some of these shop towels out so I can set some things down. Alright, so the front bearing fell out. See, it's kind of got some water in it. I don't know if you can tell just by the camera, but it's got water and grease in it. So yeah, just kind of pressing it, it kind of bubbles up and pushes out the water from the inside. So I'm just going to basically wipe that down with some parts, my paper towels and some parts cleaner. So I warn you, it's said it's going to be a long video. I want to wipe these bearings out right now before I start cleaning the axle. Reason being, it gives it some time to dry, because using this parts cleaner, it's going to get up inside there. You know, the parts cleaner is pretty what you call it, evaporates pretty fast. So let those parts dry while I'm working on the axle, and cleaning up the rest of the grease from the hub and changing out the seal and all that stuff. So I'm going to work on these bearings for the next 5 to 10 minutes. As you can see, I pretty much wiped all the outside away. Still got a lot of grease on the inside. Alright. So make your spot a little, make a spot for a pile of rags, because you're going to use a lot of these paper towels. Just simply going to spray it down with some parts cleaner. Give it a couple good sprays. My little pile is going to be right here, right below me. It's going to take some time. It's going to drip a little. Oh well. So it's going to evaporate. It's no big deal. Thing is, you just want to get the old stuff out. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, it'd be good to have a an air compressor. I'll show you here in a minute. You can blow out the line through the axle It's a pretty neat neat invention with these trailer axles. Once you start hearing that kind of clicking bearing noise, you pretty much got most of it out. Spraying it in the inside, having it come out through the outside of the bearings. See a little more in there. Alright, it's getting there. And just be careful, this parts cleaner, I mean, it really breaks through and cleans really good, and it can corrode other things that you put on it, like paint, bluing, anything like that. It can soften it up and kind of ruin it. So you just want to keep it away from other things. But